Hi, this is Renee from the Red Deer Primary Care Network. I'm a psychologist who works as a mental health counselor at a couple clinics in the Red Deer area. As well, I teach the happiness and grief groups. Today we're going to talk about a few tips that might be helpful when needing some self-care. Now, during this time of stress, sometimes self-care goes out the window. When we get in that fight, flight, freeze mode, we get into the habit of just doing and not being, when in a lot of ways would actually be the most helpful in achieving a reset. So we're going to look at some different ways that you can achieve some self-care, and then we will share an activity with you that we'd like to use at the PCN called the balance wheel. And this tool might help you to look at your own self-care and where you're doing well and where you might need to do better. So, a few things. One thing that we can do is take care of ourselves with our senses. So we might just take a deep breath to breathe in some fresh air. We might snuggle under a cozy blanket. We might have a bath in warm running water. We might cuddle with a pet. We might burn a scented candle. There's lots of things we can do to just use our senses to soothe ourselves. You might also listen to music. Now, if we look at what we can do to take some pleasure as a way to self-care, we might mindfully pay attention to what we are eating. We might decide to journal. We might decide to do a craft or to do something that we haven't done for a while that we enjoy, such as watch a movie or maybe hang out in the garden. As well, we could look at ways that we could mentally do self-care. So that might be trying a new activity and challenging ourselves. That might be doing a crossword puzzle or challenging ourselves with a new big puzzle on the table and involving our family. We might also read a book that we wouldn't normally read. The next way we can soothe ourselves is spiritually. So you might attend a church service online. You might read poetry or inspiring quotes. You might meditate. You might write in a journal. You might spend time in nature. You might find a way to pray. And there are other ways that you can take care of yourself as well. You might do some things to kind of take care of your emotions. You might cry when you need to. You might laugh when you need a bit of stress relief. You might just be accepting of your feelings, knowing that they're all okay and they're all quite normal during this time. You might also soothe yourself physically. So you might try yoga. You might dance. You might go for a walk. You might go for a bike ride. You might just take a nap and get some sleep if you're feeling like you need some rest. Socially, you might also connect. So you might call a friend. You might participate in a virtual book club. You might join a support group. So there are a lot of ways that you can soothe yourselves. When we look at the balance wheel, we look at various categories and ideas for how we can take care of ourselves. So we will share that tool with you, and you may find that tool helps you in taking care of yourself. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.